Poland Daily Travel. I'm your host, Will Richardson. On this series of episodes, we're going for a walk in the park, and quite a long walk at that. As you've seen already, and if you know Warsaw at all, it has some fantastic green spaces. But this is one of my favorite walks, right through the center of town and off the beaten track. I think it's safe to say there's very few cities that you could do such a long walk out of sight and away from traffic. We start in Marienstadt. That's the first neighborhood rebuilt after World War II. It took about 2 years. From there, near the old town, we head progressively in a southerly direction. This is a walk you're going to want to do to get to know the city, no matter what time of year you come and visit Warsaw. You'll see the University Roof Garden. It's one of the largest in Europe. You'll see a bit of Powiśla, the district between the river and the center of the city. You'll walk through woods and parks. You'll see Ujazdowski Park, one of the absolutely loveliest spots in Warsaw. And finally, Ujazdowski Castle. And we'll end up at Pole Mokotowskie, the site of the first airport in Warsaw. That's Mokotowska Field. And for most of the journey, we'll be walking eastward along the ridge, and just below it, the ridge separates the center of town, Śródmieście, from Powiśla, or the riverside. So thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure doing this series of episodes for you. Poland Daily Travel. Sometimes travel is in your own backyard.
Hello everybody, and welcome to another edition of Poland Daily Travel. I'm Will Richardson, and we are in Marienstadt. That's right, Marienstadt. Such a nice place, and so much to say about it. Just over here is the old town, and the new town, well, the new town further down there, and Krakowskie Przedmieście, the main street along the royal route from the old town, is here, just here. So we are just below all of that, and the Vistula River is to the east in front of me, and not far. We could walk there in less than 5 minutes. So we're right here. It's a very special corner of, I suppose you would say, eastern part of the Śródmieście. That's the central part of Warsaw. Śródmieście means central, and central place. This is one of my favorite spots, particularly in the summer, because you can come here and relax. But of course, right now, during the quarantine, there's no one here. I don't see anyone right now. I don't see anyone sitting on these benches in the park where they usually do. There's no one coming down the steps behind me. Ah, there's someone, one person. But generally you would see at this time of day in the morning people going back and forth, making their way to work or to other places. And there's nothing. Hence, those are the results of the lockdown. So it's already a quiet place at the best of times, but today it is very sleepy indeed, like a French village in August when everything in France shuts down and people go to the beach and annoy each other. At any rate, there's no one here to annoy us today, and all we have to do is enjoy ourselves. We're going to start here in Marienstadt. We're going to look at this place. I'm going to tell you a little bit of the history of the place when we come back after the bumper, and then we're going to go for a little walk, because you may not know this. You may not know this. But you can walk from here right to the center of Warsaw, mostly through parks. And that's through the Powiśla district until we get all the way to Łazienki Królewskie, the Royal Park, which we won't be able to visit today. We visited there before on this program. We won't be able to do that today because, of course, it is locked down. But the places where we're going are not. You're free to travel there. You're free to walk. And that's the thing that we still have. When it comes to travel, we still have the ability to walk in our own neighborhoods. And so we're going to enjoy that today. You know, freedom take it where you can get it. So more after the bumper. Isn't it a nice view? Isn't that nice? Well, we're going to investigate. See you in just a second. Okay, welcome back. And as promised, we are in the square in Marienstadt. This is the first part of this series of episodes, which will be a walk through Powiśle back to the center. And it's one of the best walks you can do in Warsaw, in my opinion. And I think you may agree once you see what we're going to show you. At any rate, it all starts here. And look at this square. It's perfectly dilapidated. I mean, so much of Warsaw is being reconstructed now, or sorry, refurbished and renovated. And all these new buildings are going up, the modern skyscrapers, contemporary skyscrapers. All skyscrapers would be modern, I suppose. And look at this, perfectly dilapidated. This could be somewhere in Italy or somewhere in France. Maybe it looks a little more Italian. But no, we're right here in the heart of Warsaw. And it really is fantastic. When the restaurants and the pubs are open, it's even better, of course, but we're all going through the same thing in regards to things being open and shut. And this is definitely a shut case right now. But over in the corner, one of the most popular bars and in the old town, and maybe in the city, one of the oldest anyway, because as you're going to find out in the next episode when I tell you more about the history of Marienstadt, because it's too good to leave to just one episode. This is the problem with a lot of the travel things you see on YouTube. They stand in a place and they go, ah, what's shocking about this place? Poland is shocking. These things shock me. Hey, they have a different language. Yes, of course. Everybody has a different language, depending on, or at least accents, and sometimes many different accents, depending on which country it is. The other thing is, yes, there are a lot of cliches that you can talk about that have to do with Poland, but it's only when you, or any country, but it's only when you take time to look carefully at things, to explore carefully, to daydream, in fact, that you begin to know a place. It's not all, you can have party anywhere, and all parties are the same. Let's not get too excited about parties. But what we should be excited about is the difference and the detail that makes each destination you visit, not only in Poland but anywhere, of course, different, unique, challenging, fascinating. And when you see the next episode, I'll tell you something fascinating about Marienstadt that you might not know. So I hope to see you in the next episode. I'm Will Richardson. We're here in beautiful downtown Warsaw in Marienstadt. See you next time for a little history, and then we'll go walking in the next series of episodes on your favorite travel about Poland, Poland Daily Travel. See you.